I like watching the animation thing here. Because when you have a button on the Stream Deck that says like it does multiple actions, like I scripted it, it's basically a huge check mark icon, but as it's doing it, it's like a clock. That's why I just see it.
Mm.
And then the last part while I was waiting for the intro to start, it's like a fucking Pac-Man. I'm like, let's go, Pac-Man, and then he gets killed. So that's how we do things.
Rest in peace.
Okay, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the ADLR Podcast. I am your host today, usually, Anthony, joined by Brian here on the side.
Mm.
Our third stooge is unavailable at the moment. He had to deal with some life stuff, so he'll be back soon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, we're here after a very chill, super chill weekend. Brian, how did you do on your tourney?
0-2.
All right.
It was a team turn. It was a 3v3. I think we actually could have went further, but those characters we've never played against. We did pretty solid. There's two people that I lost to. I could have beat, but then I got hoed. Actually, the first
You
guy
got
it wasn't.
hoed? That's a new
Yeah.
one.
So the second guy who was the better out of the two that I lost to
Yeah.
came down to the last round, and I got hoed by the online because when I did a whole super, no super came out, and I lost because of it.
What does that mean? What does that look like? I'm assuming you have a clip of it.
No.
Oh, I thought you streamed. I thought you streamed the.
Nope.
Okay. So you put the
Uh,
inputs, it just didn't come up?
it didn't come out. Whether it's through dropped frames or just the net code, whatever the case was, I did a super. No super came out. I held that out. The
Oh,
first guy, I just got hit with something I didn't know existed.
with a character you haven't played up
Yeah,
against.
that I haven't played too much against. But it was fun. I really wish that there were more games that had this kind of thing just built in. Because with this, you kind of just have to everyone get in a lobby. All right, that person won, so the person who lost sits out, and then your next teammate comes in. I wish more games had just team online modes or just had something for teams built in.
You mean more things in the game and not, hey, go to this fucking website, set this up, and then you keep track of it manually? You mean
Mm-hmm.
have a system do it that's really easy to manage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, weird. It's odd. Yeah, that there's so much that fighting games should already have built in that they do not. Any tournament, any sort of mode, any team playing, all of that should be built in. You're just managing a fucking game state, right?
Mm-hmm. I
Oh,
don't
what
know.
if the person doesn't sign in time? Time him out. Oh, he didn't get here on time. He didn't check in with the game server. DQ'd. Next, right? What are we doing?
I have hopes. I don't think they will end up doing it. But if there was a fighting game to put more of the esports side or like the running an event side into it, I would think it would be the league one. For two reasons. One, Riot is good at promoting their esports through their browsers or through the game's browsers. And then two, the people who are working on the fighting game side are also people who I don't know if they invented rollback, but they're the big pioneers of GGPO. Like they had a big influence on it, and also they just happen to be the people who run Evo.
There's a lot. I mean, I don't even know how. I don't have anything to add to that. It's just there needs to be a standard, and
Mm-hmm.
there's not.
Once rollback's the standard, which it should have been
Years
back
ago,
at least 2011. Uh, I don't see that's the sad thing too. Is I don't even think that's going to be the priority thing for people to push for fighting games. It's going to roll back, and then once that's the norm, it's going to be crossplay. And then once that's the norm, so 2 decades later,
yeah,
you can run tournaments sufficiently through the game you're trying to run a tournament for.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen. They just
Yeah.
don't. They're like, oh, just have other people host this. Cheaper for us to make it just a 1v1. Excuse me, a 1v1 match mode. You guys like that, right? You versus AI, you versus player, and sometimes you'll see AI versus AI just for shits and giggles. That's the only modes
Hmm.
we need, and then they ship it, and that is your fighting game.
Yeah.
Oh, and online, of course.
Besides that, though, I mean, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I like those kind of things. It's refreshing to have like a team aspect again in a genre that's primarily just you versus one person. It'd be cool if
No.
so a game that tried to do something similar to Dragon Ball Fighters, but that could have been hilarious. That team thing of just having 3 players on each team does not work that well
Well, yeah.
unless you land, which is what they did for Tournament of Power, like the Summit event.
Uh-huh.
Something like that. I mean, it'd be cool to add. The Spooky's doing every weekend, I think, a different games game 3v3 on Saturdays, but that was the only one that I knew a group of people that wanted to play.
I didn't even catch the Saturday one. I did last Wednesday. I had him on while I fell asleep. He had the Wednesday night ones,
Mm-hmm.
and it was Street Fighter 5. I don't know if it's always Street Fighter, but it was Street Fighter 5.
I believe Wednesdays are Street Fighter. I could be wrong though.
I saw a nasty Sagat, so I was like, oh shit, did they buff him, or is this just what pro Sagats look like?
That was probably Zaffarina. No, was it Zaffar? That's his name.
I don't know.
There's like one U.S. Sagat that I can remember.
I don't remember the name because I just again it was like on my bed. What is it called? Not stool. Jeez,
Sponge
the thing that has a drawer next to your bed.
dresser.
Bed dresser? No.
The drawer. Are you talking about the nightstand?
Nightstand. Thank you. I keep thinking it had bed in the name of it.
Yeah, bed drawer.
Just bed drawer. You know.
Some
nightstand,
have that
yeah.
underneath. You know how they have the bed and then underneath is the drawers.
Yeah, it's pretty slick, but I just scared that I might knock my toe into it. I like to have the emptiness there so I can just hide my feet underneath the bed. Like if I'm
That's
walking,
weird.
like if I'm walking towards it, right?
I mean, do you kick your leg up when you walk? I don't think it'll hurt if you just walk like a regular human being.
I do, but I like to get as close as possible before I start bending over and getting onto the bed. Like I like to feel
press your thighs against and then
and then
flip
front
over.
and then like roll over. Yeah, I like to make sure I can feel the bed, the side of the mattress on my shins, and I'm like, all right, I'm home, and then just flip into it, right?
What kind of fucking script is that? Guy has walk to bed script that plays when he walks into his room.
Yes, you need it because I like to get up in the middle of the night and pee, so I need to remember I need to know where I'm at through sounds and through like what I've the feels,
It's
so
kind of like it is when I push
or
in
touch.
my green screen because it's right next to my bed, and sometimes I don't push it all the way. So if I try to step off, I just hear the clanging of it. I'm like, yeah, well, now everyone's awake. Even my upstairs neighbor.
Yeah, that's the worst when you're like, man, I'm doing this Sam Fisher style. You make one noise and it sounds like you made a firework.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
It's like getting
everything.
counter hit with a sound.
Yeah, and then you're like, fuck. There's no hide. You only want to disappear. Like you just like can Thanos just like I want to make it so like people come in to check what happened and I'm nowhere to be found.
Mm. Or somehow you teleport with them and then walk into the room and blame them like they did it.
Yeah, like what the fuck, bro? Why you making being so loud? And he's like, what? I just got here. No, doesn't work on me. I followed you. I saw your ass. I have nothing else to add to that.
I don't remember what the hell I was talking. Oh, so the tournament was fun. Um, I just wish it was a more common thing. The other games, I don't know too many people that do that. It'd be cool. We were playing around with the idea, not like trying it out, but like just talking about it, of like having maybe like a segment of our Friday sessions be that team format. If we have like six people, just do teams.
Oh, to get used to that. Yeah.
Yeah, or just for giggles.
I mean, it'd be funny compositions. Well,
It makes
is there a chance for a stacked team?
uh
Because then that would be fun.
probably.
Well, y'all need to like flex on each other and be like, yo, I'm the god in this, so I need to be team captain. Like always team captains.
Mm-hmm.
And then swap,
Yeah, that could be the thing.
because last thing you need is like we're playing TF2 and I'm on your team. Like you don't want that stack, right? You don't want that easy win.
You don't want me at my prime playing insert character.
Playing custom robo, like sleeping, you just win, right? So that's not what we want.
That's not what we want.
We want a fair fight. Those are the best fights anyway.
Yeah.
In fighting games or in boxing or whatever, the closest fights. Or any sport, any sort of competitive thing. A closer game is more enjoyable. Even if it's like two people who aren't like elites or something. When it comes down
Yeah.
to the wire, like either like a time, like the best was Street Fighter or something, and they both have like low health, or the time's about to run out, and they're trying to fight for like inches of health so they can win by bar.
Yeah.
That's hype.
This what makes Third Strike fun too, which is what makes me sad because of the whole pandemic thing. Co-op Cup, Cooperation Cup for full. There was a tournament in Japan that they did every year. Just Third Strike team tournaments.
I think you showed
Yeah,
me one of those years, or we watched it one of the years.
yeah. It's so refreshing because that game is one of the best fighting games to ever exist. You have people who never stop playing it, so it's the best players to ever do it. I think it's teams of five. I don't remember teams of five or teams of three, but
I don't
the
remember it
day
being
before,
five. That's wild.
so Friday for them, the day one is character only teams. So each team, everyone only plays one character. Then after that is the actual teams you set up. But the character specific teams, it's so funny because there's times where it's Alex only versus and then a broken character,
Uh huh.
but then the Alex is just they're on meth mode and they just go off and you're like, that's the shit.
You don't want meth. Meth's a downer, right? Like you on he's like
Uh,
on speed or something, and he's just hitting everything.
doesn't meth like I guess crack is I guess the better one I
Is
could
the
have
high,
I could
is
have
the
said.
upper? I would imagine. Yeah, meth would slow them. That means they're getting bodied out there. They're moving sluggishly, right?
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
now we got our drugs correct, right?
Now that we've corrected that, because that was a big issue. If I
That
was,
was a huge one right there. We got to make sure our listeners understand the difference between two drugs that they shouldn't have access to begin with.
yeah, I don't want to upset the meth heads. Like, I want to make sure that we're representing their drug correctly.
Yeah, they were slowly telling us that we were incorrect and incorrect. That's what we're gonna say from now on.
That's pretty good. You get
Fucking
wrecked by color.
yeah, yeah.
You're freaking out.
Shit. What are we? What are what?
I agree.
Oh yeah, that was just on the weekend stuff. I don't know. I had a really super chill weekend. So Friday night didn't do nothing. Saturday we literally just hung out. Cloud surfed a bit, watched some movies. Right, like it was lit. And Sunday we had John's birthday thing, so we went and hung out. You know, play some Kirby. The Kirby review will come later on because Brian said it's like a 9 hour playthrough. That means I'll probably be done with it
Apparently,
by next
it's a
week.
game. Have you guys been playing? Did you guys keep playing after?
Jana got home, did some workout with me, laid in bed. Kirby.
Okay, so I have free reigns to
Yeah,
continue then. I probably played the least out of both of you anyway.
yeah, because me and Johan like literally sped run a bit, and then I had to charge my battery. That's when Jana caught up and passed us. But if it is only like a 9 hour playthrough, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how long it is. I haven't unlocked all the other stuff at the town.
Seeing what you can unlock, I'm kind of like I'm completely fine with just beelining and not completionist doing stuff and just upgrading what I care about.
That's what it seems like I might be doing as well because I thought the side mission were like missions. They're all just challenges, I think. And you get like the currency you get is to upgrade.
Yeah,
So
I
we'll
might
see.
just do that. I need to ask Johan where he saw those codes.
Oh, same. He was talking about it there, and I completely forgot. I need to get that list so I can get that. I don't know. I don't know. Nintendo got into fucking shift keys now.
Yeah,
I think they
it's another
released one
company.
for
It's another company that
Wonderlands.
needs to fucking Yeah, I remember seeing either the cheap ass gamers Twitter or Wario 64. They said like did they put one out as like a thank you code or something when the game launched?
Yeah, I just never redeemed it.
Yeah,
I should have gotten it.
I didn't even know how.
Same way.
Still don't
You
know how.
you on their website, you can claim it on the website. You don't have to load up the game at all.
Oh,
You just select the platform that you're playing it on, and it'll send it that way.
gotcha. Yeah, I need to get through that. I mean,
They
my
said
weekend
they've
also
been
consisted of.
they.
I was like,
Go ahead.
no, you got it.
No, I was gonna say that if they said they patched a lot of the online issues, but I don't know what that means.
Oh, for Wonderlands.
Yeah, so I don't know when we try again. Hopefully, we're not T-posing jumping, right? Like or stuttering every 2 minutes, right?
I don't know. I'm fully expecting, unless otherwise, it's gonna be the same thing. I'm pretending to. It's basically like, imagine if when people used to pretend to plug in a controller for their sibling.
Yeah,
That's what it felt like if you're not the host.
yeah. Because when you were hosting, I'm like, okay, it's not so bad. And then combat starts, and then at that point, I might as well just literally backflip in place.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but we'll get through
The
that.
only other thing I really did on the weekend was Elden Ring as well. Played more of that.
Oh, nice. Have you making progress, or are you like smashing your head against a certain boss
Uh, I'm
or
making
enemy?
progress, but I already beat the basically the boss of the area, right? Like
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the
the zone
game.
that you start in.
Uh huh.
No, like the zone that you start in. But part of me doesn't want to like fully branch out to where I'm supposed to go because I want to just kill everything, get whatever loot. Like
Uh
I want to get cool stuff that's still around. Go do
oh.
like the caves and find a random NPC, and he's like, "Yo, that hooker Wenchwood, kill him for me." And then I want to go find where this person is,
Oh shit.
or you stroll along and something that you didn't expect to be there that looks like you. A lot of times, there's times where I do try to go out to where I'm supposed to go, and along the way I'm like, "What the hell is that?" So then I get off my horse,
That's a
and naturally I gotta run. I gotta kill it. Whatever. If I don't know what it is,
you
I gotta
can't
kill it.
you can't attack on the horse.
You can,
Why don't you do that? That way you can
because
if
I feel alive if I fight you on foot.
oh okay, that's fair.
Even there's like an enemy that's like a special world enemy that you can fight called Knight's Cavalry. It's a dude on only at nighttime on a black horse that looks like a mop essentially, and they're supposed to be like they're tough. So when I saw him,
Yeah.
I get off my horse. He's on his horse. I want to fight you on foot, and I did that.
How long are the day night cycles?
I don't know, but you can at like the resting spots. You can choose what time. You can pass time until a certain
Oh, that's
time.
perfect. Got it. So you can go and hunt for whoever you need to go hunt for.
Yeah, because they play like pussies, and this would be Knight's Cavalry. Think you're a badass. He's gonna beat my ass.
Yeah.
And just somehow it looks like he's Roman cancel. He'll walk up and look like he's gonna do an attack, and he's like, nah, and then he just backs off and then comes back. I'm like,
I don't like
I'm not
that.
even on a horse.
Yeah, like
Go off on me.
no, I would have gotten hit 20 times. Like that no. Every time that you're like literally about to hit like the collision's right here and you back off and I'm like, "Oh shit." And then you attack again while I'm still in the middle of the first roll. I just shake your hand.
And sometimes, I mean, the constant complaint from FromSoft games is it doesn't hit you, but the hitbox is big enough that no, you got hit,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
which is he has a big weapon. So
Yeah.
it took me a few tries, but on foot.
You should have gone
That's why,
horse to
yeah,
horse, bro.
just exploring and murdering and looting. That's so far
Is
in
the
the
loot worth
first
it, or is it
beginning.
mostly you dismantling and like upgrading what you got?
Uh, a lot of the weapons look cool.
Oh,
Um, what's sad is the things that look cool to me aren't the weapons I'm going for because of my build. But I'm assuming once I get further, I can just do what I want. I can put on whatever I want.
does it penalize you for swapping classes, or do you have to like start from the beginning?
You can respec apparently. I don't know how. I'm not going to.
Okay, because I
But
know I'm
yeah,
gonna want. I know when I start this, I'm like melee. The second I get washed, I'm like magic.
I'm doing the goal is to build dexterity and intelligence so I can be right now I'm using the first thing that I committed to was a huge gigantic thrusting sword. And since it's long, I
Okay,
can space it. I can play some neutral long range if I'm going to do melee.
okay.
And then I'm trying to do int because I wanted to combine that in magic. So I'm just trying to zone. But there's fist weapons. I haven't
Oh,
found any that look visually appealing to me yet. But I intend once I find something that looks crazy, I'm committing to just going from mid range to work the
to
body as
yeah,
well.
to put your hands up. We're gonna throw up. We're
Yeah,
gonna throw hands. You
for
can't
the most
transmog
part.
in the game.
No, you can't transmog.
Oh man. Okay, I guess that makes sense because you don't want to like. Okay, no, that makes sense because
Yeah,
the bigger the weapon actually gives you longer range. So you don't want to fake the length of a sword, right? Like walking around with a dagger, but it's actually 7 miles long.
Yeah, that's about it. That was where my free time went.
Yeah, I gotta start that. I don't know when, but I will. What do I have lined up? I just finished the Gunk, which I'll review next week.
I can't even say that. I can't say I just finished. I haven't been able to say that for like months now.
I mean, you can try Tunic. That might be my next one. It's not a backlog game; it's a new game, but I've been waiting for Tunic for a
On Game
while.
Pass.
Yeah, but I was gonna buy it because I've been waiting for it. But I guess I'll just play it on Game Pass
Like,
and then
buy it if you like it.
yeah, which I'll probably like it. So maybe Tunic's my last one because I think the last one was the last. Yeah, I already finished two. I've been on a roll. I did Fist and Gunk and Horizon before that. So
I finished through most of Kana, and then watched the ending because I was not with it.
that's fair.
And I think that's all I've done this year.
I'm really behind on music. So like I have the two things that I've consumed from beginning to end has been Dawn FM and now this Denzel Curry album. I'm lying
Uh,
and Motomami, but I didn't put it on my list because not a lot of those tracks like stuck with me. But I might put it on there just in case, so I don't forget that I did listen to that.
uh, uh, I listened to Don FM, Keshi album, Denzel Curry album,
Motomami.
FKA Twigs' album,
Oh, that's true. I did. I needed to add that.
Motomami. I listened to Pink Sweats.
Oh my god, that too. I need to add those too.
Um, I'm missing something. I listened. I think I might have listened to at least 10 so far. 10 like bodies of work.
I think I'm only like at 4 or 5 because you just mentioned like three of them that I listened to, but I didn't jot them down because I think I only liked like one or two songs from each.
Gotcha. It seems like we're gonna get a Vince Staples album soon. I think this week. I think he said it drops, or maybe next week.
Yeah, his
Oh,
his
the Nigo album as well. Listen to
he dropped a single last Friday and I heard it and I'm like, okay, so we'll see.
that.
It wasn't
I'm
like
worried
a
by his singles.
yeah, it wasn't like fun or it wasn't the lead up to fun because lead up to fun was he was still dropping singles that were like bangers and then he hit some good tracks within the fun EP. I don't even know if it was a full LP or whatever, but
Oh, you talking about FM?
yeah, FM. That's
I
what it
mean,
was.
there's
Yeah,
an EP. I don't think it's an EP. I don't know. At this point, EPs and albums are synonymous. It's not really the same.
it's just hey, how many tracks you got on this project, fam, and put it out there.
I wish it was kind of like they just made a rule, which music is kind of funny to make a rule about something subjective.
Yeah,
Like they do it by length, like play length, not necessarily songs.
yeah, I'm with that. Like if it's under an hour, EP maybe over an hour, an LP
Yeah,
or
like 30 under, or like 35 minute or under,
mixtape.
EP whatever. Yeah,
Oh,
just non-album, just the EP whatever. Longer than that, maybe I don't know.
then oh, you're right. But no one's gonna conform to any of that, and no one's gonna enforce it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It would be ridiculous.
It'd be wild. I did listen to a band like usually when we start cloud surfing, it'll either be a movie or something or music videos because the stimulants on a music video is ridiculous. Like you're getting hit with music and then whatever music like videos like whatever the visuals are, right?
Hmm.
So then this, uh, I think they're called cannons. And anyway, she put that on or it came up randomly while we're listening watching music videos, and that shit was hitting. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. I have yet to look it up again because I don't want to break the illusion from from the moment. But I think it's called cannons. Yeah. Yep. This lady looks familiar. Yes. Anyway, they were hitting some crazy, and it's all synthwave, like 80s, like it's a modern band, but it just sounds really good. I forgot what songs were actually playing. Let me see.
I was gonna say if you want the most immersive experience of what the fuck I just see, just watch MGMT videos.
Oh, I'm sure. I should do that. Okay, this one definitely played. It's called Hurricane. I can't play it obviously because of DMCA, but and another one played. I don't know which one it was. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. It might have been
They're not
Bad
really like
Dream.
trippy, but his videos are as entertaining as his music for me. Watch Baby Keem's videos.
I did one weekend. We watched. I think you shared 16 because he recently released
Oh.
and we watched that. I'm like, oh shit, it just slaps. And then also the one with Kendrick in it.
Oh,
Oh my god. Not the
yeah, not Range Brothers.
not Range Brothers, the other one. Why am I'm looking it up. I'm sorry.
Do it again, do it again.
Yeah, that one.
Um,
Why am I forgetting?
same with the song. Don't tell
Got
me,
it.
don't say it
I
out
found
loud.
it. I found it.
What does it start with?
It starts with an F. I can give you one more hint.
What?
You can say Baby Keem and Kendrick are
Oh,
because
what, famous?
oh, I thought you were gonna say it. No, that was really close.
Oh, Family Ties.
There we go. I thought you had it like first round. I'm like, damn, did he just read my mind? And he said famous. I'm like, fuck. Wild. Yeah, but that one came out like watching that music video on while doing Silver Surfer stuff, like that was really cool.
Mm.
Especially the transition with the did it when he's going through the two scenes. I'm like,
That's my favorite part of the video. It's
what the
that.
fuck?
It's that, and then when it cuts to Kendrick and he's doing his verse for the first time before he repeats it, and he's just casually dancing. When he goes back, he's moshing.
He's
Those are my
mosh.
two favorite parts of the video.
He's like swinging his arms wildly, like it's
Yeah, those. I guess that's three parts because the second part that I said is two parts
they're
together.
separate.
But
Yeah.
I just said three parts. My three favorite parts. Parts.
Actually, yeah. We've been watching a lot of music videos, especially like the ones that are definitely vibrant and stuff. Like what other ones? Like Doja Cat has a bunch of very vibrant music videos. The Weeknd has some.
I mean, with this album, they're pretty.
They're all
They're,
dark.
yeah, they're nighttimey.
Yeah. But I mean like Starboy ones, not Starboy, I'm sorry, After Hours ones. Yeah.
My favorite part. I'm trying to remember. Is it After Hours? The song when he has the big face. What song does he do it for?
Yes, it's After Hours. It's for Save
Okay.
Your Tears.
No, I meant like was it the song titled after the album after Save Your Tears, like you said. My favorite part is when he's walking around and then
Yeah, he
the
takes the
fucking
good.
gun goes up.
Oh no, but he doesn't. He has it behind his back, and then he has it pointed at him, and then he starts like fake shooting everybody with the face. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But tomorrow we get the next chapter, and what's it called with lady from
Squid Game lady.
Squid Game. Yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce her name,
me neither.
so
I'm not
I
gonna
don't want
attempt
to
it.
butcher it.
Same.
I wonder what's more offensive if I said her name wrong or if I just refer to her as Squid Game lady.
That's a question for her. I mean, she might not be offended, but she might. And I don't have a direct. I mean, my agent doesn't have that her agent's number, so we can't get that confirmed.
Oh, yeah, I can't. My variant doesn't really know that I exist, so I can't really ask him.
Oh, speaking of
One of
which,
my variants.
I also rewatched Drive. That fucking that soundtrack, that synthwave shit slaps, man. It really does. It really does. It really does.
I've only seen the movie once. The part that always trips me out is like when he pulls out the thing and for people's wrists or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's when they spoilers they kill Bryan Cranston's character.
He's in that movie?
That's who gets cut. Is Bryan Cranston. He gets like slit his when he you tell me when he cuts them down the forearm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Bryan Cranston getting cut and killed.
That's more disturbing to me than when he shows him the bottom of his shoe.
That's true. Thanks for the spoilers blocked. Shit. Even with the spoilers, you should definitely go watch Drive. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm in the let me see, 3, 2, 1. I'm in the prequel.
Oh, there's a new. Oh, is that parked?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is just like a filler. It's just shorter. It's like a short film. But then after, let me see, 3. There's a movie that follows after. There's a actual sequel, and it says Arrive.
Shit. I can't wait. I mean, that's how the movie ends, is him driving away. So,
Yeah, and then we're gonna
spoilers.
do we're doing a documentary of the whole series, and it's called Itinerary.
Oh, I love it. Who? John Drive. Oh my God, what is his name? Oh, his name is Driver. No one calls him by his name.
I call him by his name.
What, Ryan?
I'm like, yo, is that fucking John Drive?
You know Oscar Isaac in it too, right?
I don't remember him being in it.
Damn, you really haven't seen that in a long time, huh?
I've only seen it once, and that was around the time it came out.
Oh, damn. So yeah, Oscar Isaac's in it. Ryan
Oh yeah,
Gosling.
he's with the girl that he likes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how that's the scene.
With the girl he likes.
Yeah, the girl like you.
The girl don't like you. Yo, Rush Hour is timeless.
We
Changed
can
my
make
mind.
that a series, just movies that I've seen, and just remember whatever scenes I remember from it. We got a bridge.
We got James Bond is quite literally the bridge. You got it. And then
What's another one you guys made fun of me for?
I don't remember. It was always the bridge.
It was after that. After the bridge, I think recent in like the last two
But it
episodes.
wasn't about the movie. It's like you swore this guy was in it. Like you remember
the guy in
who
my head.
the guy in your head is in something, and we were like, okay,
Oh, he would have been a better
Sully.
better Sully.
He would have been a better. Yeah, that guy, whoever that guy was, number one pick for Sully.
I don't remember what he looks like now.
Because it was in your head. He's gone, Brian. He got out. You materialized him. Like 10 years from now, they're gonna make another attempt at an Uncharted movie, and they're gonna actually cast that guy that you just materialized, and you're gonna be like, "That's him." Yep. No problem.
Garfield.
Yeah. Did you end up watching the first episode of Moon Knight?
No, I wanted to, and I haven't done it yet.
I watched the pilot. Really cool pilot. I have my reservations for it, because for a pilot, to me, it has got to like incorporate the most things, right? It's got to come, and it was coming, and then to the point where you're about to like mega come, it ends, because like next week, you know. So I'm like, come on, right? And I get it's a TV show, but I'm like,
I want to watch this show weekly. I have been drained.
That makes sense.
The time I do have, I'm like, I gotta do something
productive.
Yeah. So then I play Elden Ring.
That's true. The guy on the
balcony from Elden Ring.
Yeah, like y'all looked at each other like y'all knew exactly what was happening. Yeah, you know the guy on the balcony, and he's like, "Yeah, I met him." In my mind, there's one balcony in that entire massive fucking map, and you guys are like, "That balcony."
When you get to that area, and you know who we're talking about, you'll realize.
Oh, okay.
When you see said guy on that balcony, you'll be like, this is who they're talking about. Without any other clues besides that sentence, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Okay. The only thing that's been spoiled for me right now is there's a lady that you hug and she takes your health. That's the only thing I know.
Not like that though.
What?
Do you want to explain what that means, or you just?
I literally, I was going through TikTok, saw someone hug the health. They're like, "Oh, my health," and I just kept scrolling, and I'm like, "Oh, nope."
You saw a drain?
No, that's what it just. The person streaming was like, "Oh my god, my health" or something, and I'm like, "Nope." Kept going.
Oh, and it got smaller. The bar got smaller.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay. I moved on. I'm like, I'm not gonna get that spoiled.
Okay, so then I won't explain it.
I'm like, you can't hug people in this. This game just wants you to hate everything. There is a TikTok sound that's going around because of Elden Ring, and it's like, I think it goes, "Isn't this supposed to be an RPG? What am I role playing? Going through hell or some shit?" Or it's this. The line's really funny, but I just botched it. So.
Oh. Do you give us the TBS version?
I gave you the clean one because it was so filthy, and you know me, I'm never filthy. So.
Oh.
I'm as clean as a whistle.
Fresh, never filthy.
Yeah, fresh, never filthy. I haven't said a single thing that would be considered crass, brethren. Okay.
I need to watch. I think that's why I haven't done anything, because I'm torn. I'm like paralyzed via like having choices. I'm paralyzed by decision because I can watch that weekly, Moon Knight. I still need to watch Peaky Blinders, the last season that's currently airing weekly.
I think they're at episode like 6, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start this week.
It's Diablo.
I think. Let me double check. I might be lying to you.
I feel like there's
Peaky
another show.
Blinders.
I want to start Euphoria, which is something I don't have to watch weekly, but
Uh,
I want
I,
to binge.
you let me know if it's good. Every time I keep hearing about it, I'm like, I think I'll pass.
Um,
Yeah, there's 6 episodes out of Peaky Blinders, so I gotta start this week so I can catch up.
yeah, shit. Yeah, Bad Batch at some point. I have to watch that. I should probably give that a break. I should pretend Star Wars doesn't exist for a bit.
Bad Batch is literally, like I said, because I liked it because I was eating. Right, it was something to watch and be like, oh okay. As I eat, and I'm like, enough entertainment. And I'm like, cool. You have some cool cameos come up, some decent action sequences. Character relationships are pretty cool there. But that's it. I mean, it's nothing like, bump this up priority, right? But what is Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Tell us about it.
Shit. I just finished season 4 last week. Like, quite literally before we started recording last week's episode, I finished it. And I'm like, I'll just buffer this for next week. Uh, this this season takes place moments after the finale of number 3, which season 3 ended it with like, oh, holy fuck, does this really happen? Like, what happens next? Starts right from there. Only like 8 episodes. Sorry, I gotta go back and check. 8 episodes this season. But it's like they never skipped a beat. Like, I think it's been like 2 years since the last season because of like the COVID stuff and whatnot. So I think they took like a year off or something. I don't know what happened. They're back. Comedy's still there. The acting is still there. They've done something that I don't remember them doing in the previous episodes, but they're giving them a lot of like monologues, different characters. Some of them are like fucking like will bring you to tears. There's like multiple actually. Well, they're like, as you watch the show, you'll see a lot of the framing is Mrs. Maisel on stage and her doing her stand-up gig, right? There's stuff. Well, they'll frame the character who's having the monologue and having like an actual emotional moment, and it's framed like if they're on stage in front of people, and then they're going off and doing their thing. Shout out to Alex Borstein, who fucking killed it this season, just because she has her own monologue, and I'm trying to hold in tears. Same with Tony Shalhoub. He had another monologue that was like, holy crap. Go ahead.
Whenever I see Alex Bornstein or anyone from Mad TV liking this do well, well, I don't know why, but I feel like I win because of them, which is weird to say. So like when Philomar, he's like
He's
another
like the
person that,
voice actor now.
yeah, he's a like I wouldn't say he's like Troy Baker in terms of he's everywhere, but Philomar goes off, and
I don't know. I
when I
think
notice,
he is. I think he's at that level. He's in a
okay,
lot of things.
so I would say that he's up. He's at the top. He's at the goat tier. When I identify his voice, I'm always like, he's do Mad TV, and I'm proud for them.
Because you saw
It's
them
Alex
at Mad
Bornstein.
TV, and that wasn't like
Mhm.
Mad TV was trying to go up against SNL. It didn't last as long, unfortunately, but you were there when they started. Oh, I don't know if that's when they
Yeah,
started, but you know what I mean.
well, I've seen every season. They used to do like
Rerun.
marathons on Comedy Central, so I would watch it, and yeah.
Yeah, that's what Bobby
So
Lee was too.
Bobby Lee, Alex Bornstein. You know, in Murderville, the last episode, the lady who's on like the Shark Tank show, the blonde lady,
Yeah,
the girl
that's the girl
from
from Scrubs.
Scrubs.
That's the girl with
Yeah,
the like
she's
the.
from Mad TV.
Oh, okay.
Deborah Wilson, who's the lady in the Suicide Squad game.
Oh, right.
Uh, Key and Peele, both are from Mad TV.
Yeah, and they definitely, especially
They
Jordan
they
Peele. I mean, that man
they
got
went
Oscar
off.
nominated. So
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't like Get Out, but to see him do well, of all of them, just because I guess that was like a childhood part. Turn on Comedy Central, watch whatever fucking shit they had on, and it was
yep.
Mad TV, and I enjoyed it. I'm always like, I'm happy for you.
We should. You haven't even started Maisel, right?
No.
Well, I mean, if you want to see Alex Borstein fucking go off, definitely this season specifically. But
Two
she's
questions
also
for you then.
go for it.
Um, is this the final season, or are they making more?
They can continue with more. Yeah, it's not over. It
At the
ends
end,
with
it's the
it.
final.
This is not the final one, unless something like bad happens, obviously. But it ends with like there's more to come, right? And shout out to the
Um,
actor who plays Lenny Bruce. God bless him, he's funny. He has the fucking body language, the delivery, everything in this show is delivery. It's all about like the New York accent, the Jewish accent, like the same way they talk to each other, like converse. It is just so funny.
He's a real person.
Lenny Bruce is a real person. Yes, he's a real
That's
comedian.
cool. Oh, so this is like
He's reenacting as Lenny Bruce is dead.
no, I know that.
Okay, but
But I was
he's
gonna ask if
playing.
this is this like a kind of like a biopic? But is this real people?
I don't believe so. There's
Just
real
Lenny
people in
Bruce?
it. Yeah, there's real people in it, and they keep mentioning other stand-ups, like other comedians who are real in that time. It takes place in the either late 50s or early 60s, or late 60s, early 70s, something like that. I forgot what the time period was.
Okay.
Uh, Everyone here is just so good. What's her name from Glee is on here. The the teacher.
Oh, Lynch. Yeah, some.
Yes, Jane Lynch. Awesome in this. Hilarious. Everyone here is just they play their characters. They're having fun with their characters, and you can tell from season 1 all up until now. I cannot continue to recommend this show. Go and watch it. It's fun. It's funny, fun. There's some actual dramatic parts in it, especially this season. Uh, it's great. It's just great.
I guess it started as two questions, but I have a third question, and you answered the first question already. So the second question is it's like long episodes. It's not like 30 minutes.
It's long episodes.
Long seasons as well.
No,
So I added a fourth question.
it's shorter. Like this season's only 8 episodes, but they're only an hour each. So
Okay.
like there's short episode. There's less episodes, longer runtime.
Okay. And then the last question was, do you watch it primarily because it's funny, or is it like a show about funny stuff, but it gets real? Is it like Fleabag, where it's funny, but it's not a funny show? That makes sense.
This is a
It's funny show that's not a show about being funny.
this is a show about being funny. Like this is a comedy. Like I would not.
Okay.
There's drama. When it comes to Emmys, this will be under comedy. It will not be a drama show. It's not Ozark, right?
So it's like what's that? Schitt's Creek.
Yeah,
Like,
where
there's real moments in it, but
it's meant to be funny.
forgiveness.
Yes,
Okay.
that is what it is. I can
I
put
missed
that there.
that show.
Same. That Janiana
And
Janiana to this day still goes, man, you really cried on that Schitt's Creek episode. I'm like, yeah, I sure did.
I almost did.
That was a really good episode.
That Diablo. That and then the episode after, was it the same episode? Was the wedding
There was
one
a
the same
penultimate
episode?
one. The one that got me was the penultimate one.
The penultimate one, the conversation on the car.
On the car with
That shit almost
oh
hit
my
out of
god,
nowhere.
what is her name? Is
Oh, you're
David
talking about.
and oh my
Hold
god.
on. Hold on.
I keep
David.
thinking Tony and I'm like, that's not her name.
Shit, Stevie.
There you go, thank you. I knew it with a E like a either a Tony, like a something E. I'm like, I don't know what it was. Yeah.
That car conversation almost had me out of nowhere because it was like, oh, it's funny, it's funny.
And then hit like it
And I was like, I felt like it didn't make me bawl in my bed like a
uh-huh.
certain Squid Game episode, but I was
Oh
like
yeah.
that got real quick and I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And then like Alexis's part in the next episode, the way she was like her
Yeah,
goodbye
her
like, wrap
good
up, I
mm-hmm.
was like, this is something she's gonna get hit by a truck or something.
That's kind of why I love the show because boy did I hate her. Right. Like my voice just cracked because I really did like, yo, I don't like this character. By the end of it, I'm like, look at you.
There's only one person I still hated by the end of the episode or end of the show. The
Oh,
mother.
oh no, I didn't. The baby. No, I thought she was
She
fine.
says that it's funny, but her character, I'm like, all right, introduce someone else into this.
For me, it was the mayor. No, that's not true because he did stick up. He had a redeeming moment. I wish there was more of that. That was my issue with that because he didn't have a lot of those. But when he did, like especially like near the last season, I'm like, hey, look at you, man. Yeah, so we're reviewing Schitt's Creek and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Fantastic shows.
Do one thing at a time. That's underneath us.
Yeah, we do multiple at once because we're efficient. As we say that 44 minutes into this.
We're just built deep. Built deep.
Yo, I'm deep, all right.
I don't even know who I am anymore. I had one job is to say the one thing I say correctly.
MSM, he's built deep.
I'm built deep. Yeah.
That's so weird. All right. What was I talking about? Yeah, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Go watch it, please. It's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it in other ways too. Wink. Anyway, but that's primarily on Amazon Prime. which I think everyone on the planet has at this point. So go and check it out. It's really funny. Oh man. And a quick review because you already reviewed it. Guardians of the Galaxy,
The game.
the game. Sorry,
Marvel's Guardian of the
Marvel's.
Galaxy.
Yeah. I didn't like anyone's backs. Like,
No?
no.
Okay.
Like, I by the end of it, I'm like, this happened. I thought it was okay. I liked the cameos. I liked a bunch of the characters that showed up. It was cool. But I didn't have an emotional connection with any of them.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Did,
because I did the side stuff, or like I found the objects that you need to talk to the person with for Drax, for Gamora, Rocket, Groot, and none of them I'm like, damn, right? Not even I guess spoilers. When you meet
Mantis?
Mantis, right? Like they even use her as like a drive to find things that happen to certain characters before. Like she'll mention something and that opens up conversation later, and I'm like, okay, and they're not. It's not bad. It's just like, okay, that sucks. Like they all went through shit. But I'm like, okay. I thought it was gonna be like I thought it was gonna have a hook too. I'm like, oh, I can't. This person cannot die, right? They've gone through
That's
too
the
much.
thing, though. If they could die, it would have been more impactful.
Yeah, I can see that. Because
But like,
by the end of that last mission, you're thinking, okay, maybe I have to sacrifice someone, or, but it wasn't. Like it was like a very set up. Hey, well, this is the last mission. And I'm like, oh, are we gonna lose somebody? Nah.
did you like anyone's performance, or is it just like they did enough to progress?
No, everyone's performance was great. The acting was fine. It's that what I think I just built it up in my head because you were like, oh, Gamora's and Drax. I'm like, let's go. And then Drax, I'm like, oh, damn, that sucks. Like I went through his head, like the mission where you go why he's trapped in the spell, I guess, without spoiling it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh shit, that's deep. And then once you work it out, it's because it acts like a TV show. Like it starts off, oh, he's fucked up. Oh, we're going through it, and then Papa Star Lord fixes it. Papa Star Lord fixes it. Like it's always him for the most part. Like Rocket getting over his what's it called? I'm like, I thought it was a good scene. Like when only
Oh, the water.
the water. I'm like, oh shit, that was meaningful. Like they had really good narrative moments. It's just it's never it's never them intertwining. It's always Star Lord getting in there trying to fix it. So that's why I'm like, okay. It was good stuff, but it wasn't like you got it right.
That was part of the complaint as to why I said I wish you can play as other people, because I wanted so the narrative part when they go into their backstories I liked, but it would have been better if you were them doing this.
Yeah, that would have been cool too, like a flashback scenario or something. I agree with that. And then the combat, I think you mentioned it too. It got old real quick. Holy shit! Like once I had my setup, once I unlocked everything that I needed to, like the gun, I'm like, oh, that's his weakness. Swap. There's your weakness. Done, and we moved on. Granted, I played on the easiest difficulty, so it's probably even more like autopilot. But yeah, the combat didn't. It just did not.
Do you think the way the combat, or I guess gameplay worked in this, do you think that could be implemented well into Telltale games? Think that'd be better than what Telltale games do gameplay wise?
No, because Telltale, even though it's QTEs, it's more engaging because it feels like it's happening. And some QTEs result in a different path. And
Well,
on Telltale games.
even then, but I mean, like, I guess not combat, I should say, but the navigation parts. Because like when you're not shooting, like when you're not shooting the same enemies, if you're not shooting the gel or said Nova guy or whatever,
Oh yeah,
it's like the exploration, the way they do exploration, and I guess the way they do talking to people. Do you think that would be? Do you
that
think
would be
that would?
beneficial, especially for the exploring part. So let's say you're doing, especially for what's it called that's coming out to Wolf Among Us. Like just give us an area and have us look around, and maybe something's like a puzzle, like oh you can't get to here because you have to go find something to open, like that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
Instead of just point, like, I have a negative bias toward point and click. I wish they were just fully playable instead of Dora the Explorer interactive.
It's to keep it. It's not to keep it linear. It's just to keep it focused. Like oh, don't go around trying to grab a bunch of shit. Here's the things that matter. You have to figure out why it matters. So it's just to keep everyone focused, which I don't mind that. Like if they just made Wolf Among Us the second one almost the first one, I'm cool. I love the first one.
The story was the album, man.
Yeah, so I can't wait for the next one.
You gonna stream that, or are you gonna
Absolutely. No, I think I'm gonna stream it because I
I
streamed
wanna
the first
watch
one. I think the whole first one I have recorded, so I'll definitely do the same thing for the second one. What was it, Bigsby? I think it's it. The wolf, Wolfie Bigsby or something. Wolf Bigsby. What was his first name? Was it Wolfie or Wolf?
I don't think any of it was. He was the wolf, but I don't think that's part of his name.
Well, I'm gonna read up the comic book because I have the first volume of the comic book where it starts.
Because of Chappelle, I keep thinking his first name's Clayton.
No. Give me a sec. I have to look it up here. Oh, I gotta put characters. Stupid. Is it Legends of Exile? Is that what it is?
You're saying words to me. I don't know what you're saying.
The name of the first book.
Isn't it
Bigby? It's Bigby Wolf.
Oh.
No, Series of Unfortunate Events is a different show entirely.
No. That was a joke.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that's wild. You just brought that up. They had a show with Neil Patrick Harris. I don't know if it's still going.
They had a movie with Jim Carrey as the main guy.
That makes sense.
The bad guy.
I can see that.
The books got frustrating. In elementary school, that was like what my teacher would read to us. Like we went through most of the books.
Yeah.
Either she read it or we read it for assignments. I don't remember, but every book is basically, when is he gonna show up? Why don't people believe him that this guy's trying to wrong him?
That's what I think it was a Netflix show, and that's every fucking episode was that. And I'm like, I'm good.
So imagine multiple books, and so they're like, oh, we're gonna send these foster kids over here with these people. Oh, the parents, either they don't like the foster family, or yeah, we like them, and then
here comes the guy and fucks it up.
The guy, and then he's playing some kind of role, and they're like, we literally know it's you, but then the person, they're other people are like, oh, you're a kind man or something, and then like, all right,
and that was literally repeat, and I'm like, I'm good with this show.
At that point, I'm like, just kill him.
You have the means, right? Like you know how to, like, you've seen some crazy shit by the time you got to this, from the backstory anyway.
Yeah,
you can end him. I don't know, whatever. It's unfortunate, all right, that series of unfortunate. Yeah, I'm good on that. But yeah, I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy, dude. Like, I had a fine time with it. If you can get over how repetitive that combat is, you'll have a great time. The upgrades, they're
Get them.
You'll get them, and that's That's something I've been getting more frustrated with as I've been getting older. Don't do that. Hey, look at the abilities. Which one would you pick? If I find everything, I get everything, right? What? Then just hide it in the level, Like
do it progression wise, yeah.
Like, don't make me believe like, oh, maybe I can only get some of these stuff and I can make a build. Fam, just make it items like in Metroid. You find a thing, oh, now I can do this in the world. That's what Fist did. And I'm like, oh shit! Like, this literally put Metroid stuff into it, and then like the things that upgrade you look like Mega Man's capsules. So I'm like, yes, do that. This whole arbitrary progression that we're doing, like unlocking abilities, that's another thing that I didn't like about Guardians. It's like, oh, now that she's succumbed this emotional whatever, she can backflip and slash somebody now. What?
Mm-hmm.
You mean her? No, what made her do that is how fit she is, right?
Oh, Rocket Raccoon, the guy who makes weapons and he's an engineer. Now that you got him over his fear
of water, bazookas. That was part of the story. Like, don't make something.
They have nothing to do with the fear they overcame.
It's so weird. Like, it's just arbitrary things to lock just to say you can unlock abilities. Just don't say that. Just say go through it. You gain abilities as you progress through the story. Move on. Like, I'm not achieving anything, right?
Did you forget Groot was in the game?
No, because I used him a lot to keep people tied down.
I used his function, but he was literally just a recruited NPC. NPC. I mean, obviously they all are, but he was like a recruited extra. I felt like because he didn't really have any story. Usually,
his was like the first one. Like the first mission, you get his little object that you can ask him more questions about his lore, and it's just Star-Lord talking to himself, because all he keeps saying is "I am Groot," and he goes, "Yeah, I think that," and he just repeats what he says, and it's like, well, then what was the point of this? No, I'm lying. Rocket comes in and translates as well. So you're talking to group, but through Rocket. So it's like, I don't know. I got through it. It was a good time, especially since I got it like half off because I got it during like Christmas on sale. Great. That's where my recommendation's at. If you can catch it on sale, get it. It's a pretty cool. Again, you're in space. Guardians of the Galaxy, they're really funny. The bickering between everybody, awesome. It's just the combat just feels, the exploration is okay because you get to see a lot of cool shit in a lot of cool areas. But that's it. Narrative, it's there, but it's not hard hitting, right? So, and then you get a Super Saiyan by the end of it, so
Mm-hmm.
that's also cool.
How do you feel about the or like actually that's kind of a spoiler.
Oh,
How do you feel about the final boss? Or I guess the way they set up the final boss.
yeah, it was very what was it? It was very Soul Eater with the way bravery is the word kind of thing. I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the loop that he was going through for the kid's birthday. That I thought was really cool to try to figure out how to get her out of it. But it
It
wasn't
could have been
again.
cool.
That's what I'm saying. But it wasn't. Everything was good enough, right? In terms of mechanically in games, and then the narrative stuff is like okay. I thought it's above average. So I mean, that's that. Let me double check. I didn't forget anything else. Okay, well, I mean, let's get some the music minute here, and I'll end it with Death on the Nile. You want to start with Keshi?
Up to you. I don't care. The thing about me?
Mm-hmm.
For whatever. Kelsey
Okay.
in the chat. How you doing?
What's up, Kelsey?
Papa Kelsey.
Yes, sir. Where's Randiggity Dangle? He had to take the week off. He had some personal stuff come up, so he's taking the week off. Um, what is it called? Hold on, I'm sorry.
But
Melt my eyes, see your future. He had to sneak back into NY again. Yeah, he does. You know what I'm saying? He had to leave his Tim's, but he's on his way back. Uh, Denzel Curry. Thank you. He dropped Walkin' as a single a long time ago. I'm a liar. 2 months ago, maybe. Because earlier this year, because it was on my 2022. So
what the fuck?
drop.
There's songs that I like I hearted, and they got added to my 2022 playlist, but they're not hearted anymore. The
Make sure
hell?
you're check. Maybe there's a clean edition of the album. You have to make sure you're on the explicit one.
I went to my 2022 playlist and just put hearts on the ones that. So if I added it to my playlist, I hearted it.
Okay.
So, but it was in my playlist, but it wasn't hearted. So I just went and hearted. Continue.
Okay. Well, that single came out first, and that is my even after listening to the album, that's my track of the album is Walking. I don't know why. I love this. Even the beat switch up, his cadence in it, the energy. Walking by Denzel Curry is it's just a fun time. The rest of the album, it's pretty similar in like, excuse me, not tone. It's a cohesive sound to me, if that makes sense. Like all of it, they sound like they're from the same project. Like he's had not one session, but he put them all together. Like there's not gonna be a secret single later on that sounds like, oh, this could have been on this album. That makes sense. Like from the beginning with the meltdown session at the beginning. I think it's called meltdown session.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, this is the vibe, and it sounds like that the whole way. He has like same like high energy verses. There's some like choruses that goes that doesn't match what he's doing, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's not. I'll still add it to my liked because I like him in verses is like him in peak. I don't know why. I like the way he raps. Him throwing down bars at me, I like his some of the choruses. I'm like, that's a bit not. It's not hitting. But as soon as it's over and it's back to him just spitting at me, I'm like, don't stop, bro. I don't know if he already has a project filled with like boom bap, but I would like to hear him on boom bap stuff. I think there's like one or two tracks on here that's boom bap like light, but I want to see, like what Logic did with Young Sinatra 4. I want him to do, and just an entire piece just like dedicated to like old school stuff. And I would like to hear that energy on that. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. Again, I only walk in is like my biggest walk away. No pun intended. Like I heard this entire album. I thought it was cool, but that single is my favorite throughout the whole. Like I'd rather just listen to the single. And I loved Denzel Curry after the last project, which I forgot what it was called, but I know it was a good listen. I listened to it like 3 times already, and I still go back to Walking and let me double check which one am I missing here. There's like
Out of
three that I
out of
liked.
14, how many did you heart?
3. Walking, uh, X-Wing, and what was the other one? Oh, it's 4. I'm sorry. I think it was the Ills. I forgot what the other one was. Let me open up Spotify instead. Give me a sec. That's what they told me yesterday. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Good, good, good. It was 4. Sorry. Walken, X-Wing, Angels, and the Ills.
Hmm.
And that's my quick takeaway. I heard it a couple times. 4 of them stuck with me. The rest were like, if they came up, I wouldn't be mad. Like on random, like on someone else's car or whatever. But those were like the 4 that like. But Walken, I don't know why. That comes on, I'm like, it's hype. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. What I'm doing is going hard. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts here, bro?
So I didn't hear any of the singles for this that I can remember. No, I think I lied. I think I heard Zatoichi as a single, and then I didn't hear any of the rest of this.
Oh, okay.
It was my first listen of it.
That was the second one. The first single was Walking. The second one was I Told whatever you just said.
Zatoichi?
Zatoichi, yeah. And then the album dropped, I think.
It's funny. But your walk away is walking because that I think is by far the best song on this whole album.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That shit
the
slaps.
first part of it, I was like that vocal sample that they're using. Actually, I haven't listened to any of them, but they're all trash. I couldn't stand any of them. But could you sit them? That's the question.
Comment below.
What made? I think I've said it on here before. If you have a song that switches up halfway through, unless you know for a fact immaculate switch up, if you have Frank Ocean levels of this is gonna hit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how I switch it. You're gonna like both sides. I'm not a fan of it. Him carrying over and linking them through the vocal sample, that was like good touch. I like both sides. If they were separate songs and they just transitioned into it,
I'll
that
Dawn
would be
FM.
even better for me. But
Yeah.
this itself, even though it switches up, I like both sides enough that I just liked all of it. Out of 14 songs, I hearted 6 of them.
Whoa, what? What were you? Whoa. I thought you were gonna like it less than I did. Which one did you like?
I ended up to Walking, Mental, Troubles, X-Wing.
You like the T-Pain one?
Yeah.
I think I didn't like the chorus on that one, and I'm like, and I didn't add it. Okay.
It's a feel good vibe.
Okay.
And I like the instrumental a lot.
Okay.
So Walking, Mental, Troubles, X-Wing. I find the chorus really funny.
So the X-Wing. Yeah, like he sounds so funny. It's not. I wouldn't say this chorus slaps. It's very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. So it's for Sanjuro and the Ills.
Okay, so we got some overlap there.
The song, there's no song here that I would skip immediately. Like
same.
There's nothing here that pissed me off. His chorus is like you said, the choruses were the deciding factor if I liked it or didn't. The verses are usually always entertaining. John Wayne was not a fan of that chorus at all, or most of that song. Like it's okay, but I wouldn't brag about that song.
For me, it was the chorus. Like it was too bad. Where I love the verses in John Wayne, but then the chorus hit, and I'm like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
The one that makes me the saddest is the chorus for "Ain't No Way." I love Jid or JID, however you want to say it. I love Black, and just that chorus. I'm like, it's just not for me.
Yep,
I
I'm with
still
you
need
on
to
that.
listen to their mixtape together, but
I'm reviewing that next week. I'm gonna give it another week so I can listen to it. I already listened to it twice,
nice.
and I'm gonna give it another listen. I'll review it next week. I guess then listen to it this week and we can talk about it next week
I'll try. Yeah.
because there's a lot of cool songs on that.
I only heard one, and I was like, this is funny. It's funny bad. It's
First
the one
one,
Strick
the first
West.
that's the first track, right?
Stick. It's called Stick. The one where they're yelling.
I skipped that one. That's my only hard skip because I could not with that chorus. It's a steak one. I think that's the one. I didn't hear the rest
Stick.
of it.
I thought it was hilarious.
No, that like when I heard that, I'm like, please don't tell me this is an entire album. This mixtape is this. It's like literally 180. It just turns to bars after that.
That's probably why DJ Drama was like, you're not gonna expect this one at the beginning of it.
Yeah, because I'm like, I heard that. I'm like, please don't tell me this entire mixtape is them. If the choruses are just them yelling like this, I'm like, I'm gonna hate this. Nope. The second track, I'm like, okay, no, we're in it.
Yeah, I really like JID. He's probably my favorite person from Dreamville, to be honest with you. I've had to think about it.
I would agree with you. And then I heard, what's her name? Ari?
Oh, Ari Lennox.
She has 2 tracks on that mixtape, and I'm like, I think I need to go back and listen to her discography because I'm like, what's going on here?
She's really talented. Did you hear Pressure? It came out this year, I think.
No,
It's a single. It's good. Her voice is chef's kiss.
she does both.
And
She throws bars in here, and she has a chorus with her singing. And I'm like,
oh, okay.
what's going on?
To clarify, to say that JID is my clear favorite, that's saying a lot because I like J Cole a lot. I like Boz a lot. I like Ari Lennox a lot. Whereas like
TDE
so with
is
TDE, yeah, they're cool, but for me, which is I guess this is the not really a hot take or not, but for me, Schoolboy's my favorite at all.
I like a bunch of them. I like J Rock, I like Schoolboy, I like obviously Kendrick. I'm missing one more that's on that.
Absol's part of
I
it.
like Absol a lot too.
J Electronica, I think is
I
well
don't listen
renowned.
to him. If he is, I don't really listen to Jay
My
Electronica.
favorite battle rapper got signed by TDE, Daylight.
Oh, nice. So he's gonna release some aggressive shit soon then.
He's not even really aggressive. He's very I don't know metaphorical, but there's layers to the way he writes, which is interesting. Yeah, TD. I like all those people, but there's not. I'm trying to think of how to say this. There's more people I like a lot more. I feel more passionate about Dreamville members than I do TDE, but I still like a lot of them. If that makes sense.
That makes sense. Kelsey in the chat mentioned something about you could be watching an anime with an amazing storyline that ruins itself in the last 2 episodes, worse than Claymore, by suddenly bringing human mechs. That's two different into the story and reviving.
The main character is a god
for no apparent reason. Those are my favorite. When even an anime, any show, any movie, any narrative establishes rules, and then they're like, for hype's sake, let's just throw it all away. So any tense moment you may have, there's not tense anymore because something's gonna save them now. If they went to this length to fucking mess up their rules, they don't care anymore.
A lot of times they just set up the rules so that when inevitably the protagonist breaks the rule, it's seen as like a feat instead of
consistency, or breaking consistency. It's like, and there's something to say about that because it could be hype. Like if you're like Rock Lee or something breaking the gates or something, like that's cool. But
so they set for Rock Lee, they set the rules. Hey, be careful with this because when you get to a certain point, you're gonna die because you can't close after this fact. And that was the rule they kept putting. Yo, he opened that gate. Hey, but be careful. Don't go past this gate.
Yeah.
He got to this gate. Yo, but be careful. Don't. And then Guy does it, and then Naruto with his ET fingers like, you're good.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
after what he just did, let him go out.
Yeah.
Ouch. Fuck off with that show.
Especially like. Yeah, when they can go, that's something that I don't want to take from anyone. Like, especially if I'm not a writer, but if go out with a bang, and that's always a cool way to go out.
Imagine.
Shit, no, shout out to Rengoku, please. Like,
imagine if in JoJo they say on second thought, no, and then the show baits you. The show makes you think he did the on second thought. but then the show keeps going like, did he?
Yeah.
And
Did he?
that's I respect that way more than, hey, but don't open that last gate. It's not beneficial to you.
Yeah, that was like
And then you
6 gates ago.
and then Naruto's an entire orange god.
Though if you do want some recommends, my dress up darling and Link click are amazing. I'm so behind on live action that I'm not even touching anime. That's how far back I am.
Yeah, I have backlogs. Anything you ask me about, I have a backlog on. That's
I
my
still
power.
I still have backlog of anime that I asked Adam to give me. If you ask Adam about them, he's gonna be like, I don't remember ever telling Anthony that. He gave me a list of stuff, and I'm like, cool, that's still in my backlog. If you were to ask him now, he's gonna be like, I never gave him any recommendations. I have a list of it, of recommendations that I have them like listed out. I can go pull it up. That's how much stuff I got recommended to me for anime, and I have yet to touch it.
I knocked out like 12 episode animes over last week.
Because I just have to
Uh,
watch them at night while taking care of the kid. That's true. That is true, because now you can do some like passive watching, or at least listening. I don't know if you're watching it dubbed or subbed, but you can
Make
definitely
sure
do more than one thing. So
when the kid's awake, point him at the screen and just loop Cowboy Bebop.
his first words better be, "All right, let's jam."
If your
Like
kid,
3, 2,
he,
1, let's jam.
he's gonna start saying like syllables, they usually go like that or whatever. I need him to go bang, and then he does this with his hand. If he does that, that's my son now.
Let's go. Well, he's watching a sub, so he's the first thing he's gonna learn is Nani.
Oh, so then you need to act. If you're watching a subbed, watch JoJo, and then that way your kid can go yada yada.
Yada yada. Jotaro. Oh shit. He's showing him the classics: Samurai Champloo, Cowboy
Those are all
Bebop.
dubbed.
F. Oh, okay, those
Full
are
Metal.
dubbed. Yeah, Full Metal. Yeah, Brotherhood. Thank you. After I watched Brotherhood, I do not acknowledge the first one anymore.
I like both still. I think Brotherhood's better though.
Yeah, I like Brotherhood so much more that that's the only Full Metal for me. The first one is like, nope, thanks.
Yeah, that Armstrong family, I would marry into that family.
Shit, yo, say
Lady
less.
A, Diablo. Popeye.
Yeah, man.
The
First one of what?
Oh.
Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Panic doesn't have anything to do with. Did I say Panic?
No, he's trying to say that the non-brotherhood doesn't exist. Kind of like how Witcher starts at 2.
No, there's. Oh, he's playing into the bit. Like there's doesn't
Yeah.
exist. Got it. I see. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. He got me. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? There is a first one.
Well, I'm built deep, remember?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's the name of this episode. Is he's built deep. What the fuck? All
I
right.
don't know.
What are we talking about? Oh, Denzel. I definitely recommend listening to it.
Yeah, it's very
Like,
solid.
it's
I
a
liked all of it.
good time, especially if you're working. Code. Like I listen to a lot of the new music while I'm working. So, if I'm scratching the beats he's dropping. Yeah, I'm just too old, Kelsey.
I'm
Like
copying what you're pacing, dude.
yeah, I can't copy and paste anymore. You know, I'm dead. It's clear. All right. Keshi, Brian. That's what I was gonna say. I tried to remember it without looking at the doc, and I did. I had to look over to my water bottle.
Okay, hold on. So, Keshi.
Who is this? Yeah, can I get a background? I don't know who this is. I think.
I don't know much about Cat. Let me see. But I was gonna say something, but I don't want it to sound weird. Who's he signed by? Okay, I don't know. This isn't who I thought he was signed by. He's an artist that the first song I heard from him came out. Let me see. When did this come out?
Oh, I guess I got a little intro here.
2018 is the first time I heard of him.
Yeah, you want me to give me a second? I went to Apple Music and they have like a little biography for him.
Go for it.
Vietnamese American and Houston native Keshi. Real name is Casey Luong. Luong.
Luong.
Yes, has become a streaming powerhouse in the last few years, inspiring him to leave his job as an oncology nurse to pursue music full time. Nice. The success of his first 4 self-produced EPs, The Reaper in 2018, Skeletons in 2019, Band-Aids and Always in 2020. With their millions of streams is proof enough. Gabriel is his proper debut LP, which is what you're reviewing now, and his departure from some of his earliest recordings. Cool. Go for it.
So the first I heard of him was in 2018 from the Reaper EP.
Okay.
I think it was on my this like the Discover Weekly thing. This is after I was only recommending French dancehall music to me. There was a weird time where that's what I was recommending, only that.
That's weird.
And I didn't know what they were saying, but I was like, this goes off though.
Okay.
But recommended a song called, oh fuck, I accidentally just unhearted the song that I was talking about. It recommended a song to me called Like I Need You.
Uh-huh.
And from the way it sounds, you can tell that I guess it's near the beginning of his career because it sounds very singer-songwriter. It doesn't sound like mixed. It's just like raw recording. This is the song.
Okay.
Something about it, I guess, is his voice with like how simple, like the R&B. His voice was how simple the instrumental was, but it still had like an R&B with kind of like new age kind of bop to it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It's like sappy music, kind of sappy R&B, singy, songwritery, something you'd find on SoundCloud. But I enjoyed it. I didn't know about the other EPs, but I was like, this song fucks. To this day, I was like, this song fucks. He started releasing singles for this year. I think maybe even near the end of last year for this album. It was Touch.
Okay.
Touch, another song, and then Angostra. I don't know how to pronounce that.
That sounds like an attack move, bro.
Each song was like the album, right?
Oh,
it's
okay.
fucked as much as the first song. So I'm like, the album cover changed. That must mean the whole album's out. Last Friday, and I saw, hey, Gabriel, release album, and I got hyped. I was already a fan of him. I got hyped. 12 songs, 32 and a half minutes, basically. Short listen. Out of 12 songs, there's only 4 I didn't heart.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a good average there.
It's not really an album in the terms of like a cohesive theme, kind of like Don FM or things of that nature.
Or like Silk Sonic, or
yeah,
right.
Yeah, like a whole like a thematic, either like a story being woven in, or is an era piece or something like Silk Sonic, like you said.
A period piece, yeah.
It's like a playlist. That's what I'm gonna refer to these things, where it's not like when it's not like Don FM or like Silk Sonic or even like To
Or
Pimp a
Sour.
Butterfly, albums like that, where it's made, the songs are made to fit a whole piece of like body of work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna start calling it a playlist.
Okay.
And this is kind of like that. But each song is similar in the sense that kind of R&B singery with some kind of hip hop or just trap drums, and like it's a blend of those things.
Okay.
Singer songwritery sound, kind of like new age R&B, hip hop or trap instrumentation within it. But it's kind of the formula.
What's the subject matter? Is it relationships? Is it like political, or is it?
No, it's relationships.
Okay.
I enjoy. I'm a sad for this. I guess his recipe's working for me.
Okay. So do you recommend me going through his EPs and building on my way up to this, or just
I didn't listen to the EPs completely, just that one song that I mentioned.
Okay.
For giggles, listen to that one song, and then listen to this. Is kind of like a level up because it's that optimized. Is what this album is.
And did he do it himself? Do you know?
I don't know. I can click show credits. He has extra writers produced by and other people, but it usually says his name and then other people. So he still has a hand in every part of it,
which is good.
No features, just him.
I like those.
Yeah,
I love it.
I don't know what to say. This is, I think, solidifies its the second favorite album of the year so far.
Oh shit! I have to listen to it.
If you like that kind of sappy, I wouldn't say depressing, but like
it's just relationship
the
stuff.
Sappy kind of music. Yeah, if you like that kind of music, you want. He's like a tender voice, like he's on the higher end.
I was gonna ask, is he hitting high notes here, or is he like just talking to me, or
high voice to falsetto? And he does kind of do like rappy cadence. He's not always just singing.
Okay.
But it's kind of like that. You know, like the Weeknd sing raps.
Like Reminder.
Kind of like that.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it almost entirely. The songs that I didn't heart, it's not that I'm like get this shit out of here. It's just like, oh, it's okay. But the other songs show that he's about it.
Yeah,
Um,
you hearted the Flex songs, and then
not yeah, it wasn't like Flex isn't like it's this good. It's not him. It's not Tell Your Friends where he's literally just fucking flexing everything.
yeah.
Favorite song, it might be Touch. I don't know. I have to re-listen, but I think the first single that I heard from this is probably my favorite. But a lot of them slap. Uh, it being short, it being only 12 songs, it being pretty easy to listen to, I would say, just like sonically. I would recommend it to just about everybody. Unless you somehow if you hate songs like this or like music like this, if you're like I only want to sell drugs or mosh, it's not for you.
Sell drugs or mosh. All right,
Yeah,
that's
those are the
quite the
two other
audience.
options.
Yeah, that's quite the
I wouldn't say it's
demographic.
for you, but those are if that's your shit, but you're open minded, give it a shot. It's a short listen. It's not too much of your day.
Got it.
I really enjoyed it. I kind of want to go back and listen to the EPs in their entirety because I only heard that one song.
That's why I was asking, because if he from that little opening bio that they had, that he was already killing it before this, so I figured I'd go and listen to it.
I don't know how old he is. But he looks young from like things that I'm like the pictures and the art that I'm seeing. It's crazy how like people come out of the womb and they're geniuses because Baby Keem produces a lot of his own stuff.
Yeah.
And he also helps in like directing his video. He has a hand in everything. And
Well,
it seems like a lot of younger artists, they're about all aspects of creativity. Even like Vince Staples he's still young. He's the same way. So it's very interesting and it's kind of inspiring.
because I'm sure they saw that it was working, and then they just they full send it. They're like, all right, I'm gonna learn this. They learn it either professionally or they just by just trying different shit.
Baby Keem more so is inspiring because I watched his interview with Ebro, and he's like, I don't remember if he's musically trained or not, but he's like, I just hit shit. If I like the sound, I keep it. Which is that's kind of my I know music theory. I mean, now I'm rusty in it, but my whole thing is I press this. If I like how this sounds, I'm going to use it.
Yeah,
So it's
I
nice
mean
to see that
that's
he's going off with the same mindset.
yeah. You can be book trained. You can use all that book knowledge that you want, but at the end of the day, it's what you're feeling. That's the point of art. It's feeling, not this algorithmically will bounce. I can get 20,000 views off of this type of sound. Like no one, who cares?
Some people do that.
I'm sure they do, but that's not gonna. More often than not, it's not gonna hit unless you're at a level of Jay-Z, Beyonce, Drake. Like you're at that point, you're trying to min max, right? But
This topic in music is also side note why I really like what's the name of the show that I keep telling people to watch? Fuck, it's the anime that's
for
music
the Cowboy
based.
Bebop people,
Yeah.
something in
Sunday,
Grace,
this Sunday. It's a day.
Tuesday, Carol
Yeah,
and
Carol.
Tuesday.
They touch on this kind of thing as a theme throughout the show, and if you haven't seen that as well, I recommend it.
I have it on my anime backlog. It's Carol and Tuesday.
Okay.
Kelsey in the chat, you should be feeling yourself almost every day. Those are facts. That's how I live myself. I mean, people say I have my ego, but I just feel myself every day. You know.
And I feel myself. That's how I shower.
And that too, like literally feel myself. I need to keep clean, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I really like this album. I wasn't all the way in the ride of Keshi, like him getting better and better at what he's doing. I caught a glimpse of the beginning and then sped ran to the fight scenes on YouTube in this anime called
Okay.
Keshi's. And I still feel as satisfied as if I was there for everything. Like
Okay.
because I got an early shot to this, I still feel like I don't feel pride in him. I'm
Proud of him.
Yeah, I'm proud of how
You feel
good
pride
this
in
came out.
him.
Yeah,
Words are escaping us today.
I don't know how to speak.
I was just about to say it's February, like it's not April. The hell. Anywho, all right. I'm a believer now. I gotta go listen to it. Like I'm intrigued, so I'll probably listen to it tomorrow.
So 0 out of 10.
So 0, yeah. If Anthony wants to listen to it, garbage.
No, I mean, I gushed about it, so it's ass.
It's ass. You could probably get it for free on sale now.
Yeah.
Where am I at here? Okay.
I
And
think at
I'm
the final thing.
what's up?
Are you on the final thing?
Yep.
Were you about to ask me something? I see you highlighted Keshi on the duck.
Oh, because I copied it over to remind myself.
Oh.
So we'll listen to it tomorrow. Um, Death on the Nile. Thank you. Movie sequel to Murder something Express, and I'm not gonna butcher it.
Oh,
All right.
Polar Express.
Nope, not that. Orient Express. Murder on the Orient Express. Right. We follow Detective Boy Raw. I don't know how to pronounce it. Boy Raw. Who's a really good detective. In Murder on the Orient Express, he solves a murder that happens on a train as it was moving. In this one, he solves a murder that happens on a boat in the Nile River. A regular detective story. Keeps you guessing, figuring out what the hell's going. Like, it does a good job of, hey, here's the people, right? Here's their backstory, and then shit happens up until the murder. Then, like, the last half or whatever the movie is the detective asking people questions. Where were they between these hours? Trying to figure it out. And at the same time, more and more information keeps getting unveiled. So then you as the audience and the detective try to put things together, right? Again, another fun thing to watch with someone because you can try to guess, if you got yourself correct or not. If you guess the how, the who is cool, and then also the how, right? So once they unveil that the first time around in the first movie, awesome. I'm like, okay, I can see that. I can see that happening. It was a really cool way. This one, same thing. I saw when they unveils who did it, and then the how, it's like, oh shit. Every time I see a how in the murder and how they try to get away with it, it's always awesome. So in this one, it did not disappoint. It was really cool. If you haven't seen the first one, I'd recommend watching it. And this one is also, it's more the same. If you like your detective, true crime stuff, and figuring who murder is, awesome. This will definitely deliver. I didn't even talk about like the performances. Performances was fantastic. The cast is awesome. Like in the first one. The first one had Penelope Cruz, Willem Dafoe, Judi Dench, Johnny Depp, Josh Gad, Tom Bateman, Derek Jacob, Leslie Odom Jr. And in this one, we also have another all-star cast here. Give me a sec.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Tom Bateman again, Letitia Wright, Sophie Okonedo, Jennifer Saunders, Russell Brand, Emma McKay. Like, the cast kills, performance killed. Some other people you'll see right away. Rose Leslie, which if that name doesn't sound familiar, that's fine. Game of Thrones, Kit Harington's wife.
Oh, Egret.
Egret, thank you. It's in this movie too. Like everyone performed great, shot great.
Same accent.
French. Everyone does French accents, so it's really entertaining to hear them say, "But what is this?" Right? Like it's a lot of that type of accent, and it's always entertaining. Yeah, dialogue's great. The performances are great. It's a good time. I definitely recommend Death on the Nile. I also recommend the previous one if you haven't seen it. Go ahead, Brian. That's question pointing.
Question.
Go for it.
In both movies, without spoiling anything, were you correct?
No. Janyana was correct on the second movie, ish, if that makes sense. When you watch it, we can talk about it. But Janyana sort of guessed the who. Yeah, the how was not on point. But the first one, I was never gonna guess the how. Not if you gave me 200 years, because I'm just not that. How much did you cry though? Not at all. Nothing was that emotional in it. What was I gonna say? But I don't know if you were here earlier. What was it? Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek definitely got me. But anywho, Yeah, I didn't get anything correct. I have my guess because I go by like everyone's alibis and like what could possibly happen
Mm-hmm.
that I think could possibly happen, and then they'll hit me with the how, and I'm like, oh, that also could have possibly happened, right? So I'm 0-2, I guess, for movies. I did not get it right. I would be a horrible detective. But it was super fun. I enjoyed it. It's just a great time. Definitely something to watch with someone. So,
I need to watch it.
Death on the Nile. That's it. Oh, and great music because it takes place in. Oh my God, Anthony, here we go. You always fucking forget, dude. It's a bunch of Motown music.
Louisiana.
It's in the Nile. It's in Egypt.
Louisiana.
All right. This Death on the Nile time period. Death on the Nile time temp. 1930s. I'm so sorry. No, that's not at all what I'm looking for. Is it this? Um, it was published in 1937. It's an Agatha Christie book. That's
Oh, then there were none.
yeah. So it takes place somewhere in the 40s, I guess, because they put music on it, and I'm like, ooh, some good music. I mean, it's DMC, it's like copyrighted music, but it's good stuff. I mean, it's a lot of the oldie stuff are pretty good. So, and that's it. Death on the Nile was awesome. I definitely recommend it. And that's it. And on my front, right? Oh my gosh, how did we forget to talk about this?
What?
So PlayStation Plus announced their Game
Oh,
Pass. Um, Pass details. Let me see if I can get all the details in one area here. All new PlayStation Plus launches in June with 700 plus games and more value than ever. That's what their blog post says. There is 3 different tiers. We have the PlayStation Plus Essential, the PlayStation Plus Extra, and the PlayStation Plus Premium. The Essential is as follows. Provides the same benefits that the PlayStation Plus members are getting today, such as 2 monthly downloadable games, exclusive discounts, cloud storage for saved games, online multiplayer access. Why are you guys still charging for that? That goes for you too, Xbox. Stop. There are no charges for existing PlayStation Plus members in this tier. So basically, anyone who has PlayStation Plus now is going to get converted to this, which is $10 a month US. PlayStation Plus Extra. You get everything from the Essentials tier, plus a catalog of up to 400 asterisk of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Games in the extra tier are downloadable for play. That's going to be $15 a month. Now you're probably wondering, that was some weird word lingo. We'll get to that. PlayStation Plus Premium is the highest tier. Provides all the benefits from essential and extra tiers. So the last 2 ones that I read out. Adds up to 340 additional games. Ooh, sounds cool, right? Including PS3 games via cloud streaming. A catalog of beloved classic games available in both streaming and downloadable option from the original PS1, PlayStation 2, and PSP. The cloud streaming access for the original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PSP, and PS4 games offered in extra and premium tiers in the market. In markets where PlayStation Now is currently available, customers can stream games using PS4 and PS5 consoles and PC, which is a thing you could have done a while already. You could already use PlayStation Now for that, which is fine. Time-limited game trials will also be offered in this tier, so customers can try select games before they buy. That's going to be $18 a month. And that's pretty much all of it, right? One glowing, and I mean like, how do you not come out with 100% parity, right? Is this PlayStation Plus Extra. Adds up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Now, the thing that it's missing there is day and date of release, which means you will not be getting God of War Ragnarok day one on this pass. You will not be getting any other Ratchet and Clank, any other Gran Turismo, until they deem it's okay to be put on their Game Pass here. And I'm sure there's people saying that there's fine. It's not fine. I do not see a reason to go to do this. That's what makes Game Pass so much better. You think because I can play indie games? No, because I get all of their fucking first party games day one with an occasional fantastic indie game like Tunic or something. I don't think that's first party.
With your choice of, hey, I want all of them on my Xbox or all of them on PC or fuck it, both for a little more.
Yeah, or I don't have time to download this. Cloud. Everything on the Game Pass is on cloud. For the most part. That's on console anyway. Sorry. Anything that's on the Game Pass on console is most likely on cloud. So why am I here? Like, what I was afraid they were going to do, they did it. They fucked it up. They had the one chance to come out and be like, yeah, we do everything they do. And that's all you needed to do. You didn't need to add the cloud gaming for the backlog. For like your PS3, PS2, whatever. Also, why don't you put in the time to do an emulator on PS4 so you can run PS3 games natively? Oh, it requires work. You guys don't want it. Yeah, I get it. Right? Like, that's not... Game Pass gives you options. This is not giving me... This is like, hey, do it the way we want you to do it. No. Right? I didn't look up to see what people's reactions were because I didn't want to hear oh, it's good, but no. This is not. This is a huge L. In my opinion, because what's already out there. If Game Pass did not exist and this came out, cool. You're setting the bar. The bar was set years ago with Game Pass. Why are you guys purposely coming underneath of it?
I don't know, man.
That's like a huge news from last Tuesday or Wednesday. It was after our recording date, so we couldn't talk about it. But now I don't even know what reminded me. I think I was going to ask if there was any news, and that's the first one that came up, and I'm like, ugh. It's whatever. Any of the Japanese PS, like Sony Studios, coming out with something new, not going to be on this Game Pass. Or PlayStation Plus Essentials, or Extra, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I was hoping for, like, it's parody, right? These guys have been killing this Game Pass for years. You just have to do what they do. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to beat them. Just make sure you have that same offering. You do not. You just do not. And I'm sure they've convinced themselves we can get more money if we just sold the first party games and then add it. Cool. That's not what we want. Xbox gave us what we wanted, right? I would love to see the numbers, man. Like, offer it. Like, give it a year or two. I want to see how many people are going past the Essentials, PlayStation Plus.
I'm just like, because now I know that they are porting some games to PC, PlayStation games. I really feel like I should just throw my PS5 out the window and just wait for things to come to PC.
I mean, to be honest, you can just package that up and just get a profit. Even used, you can probably sell it more than you bought it for.
Probably.
So, I don't know. Unless maybe you don't have a PC and an Xbox, right? Then maybe this is appealing. And then another thing is I don't have the numbers. Who is still downloading and playing PSP games? And I don't mean in this year. Like, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt in the past, like, 5 years, right? Who? There's a lot of good PS1 games, a lot of good PS2 games, and there's some really good PS3 games, which you can't play natively because God forbid they put in the work to make an emulator, right?
PSP did have good games though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like you're sitting down and you're like, let me launch this PSP emulator to play this. How often and for how long? Because I get it. Maybe you're just testing shit out, launching some stuff, and be like, oh, this runs cool. Or they update the emulator so you can run it at a higher native resolution. Cool. You get that looks cool, and that's it. But I mean, sitting there playing it, right? I don't know. I don't know what those numbers are, but not to. Hey, this is extras or essentials. What was it? I think the essential ones comes with. I think the essentials like the highest paid one comes with like the older backlog. It's like what? Why? It just doesn't match it just does not match. Hey, let's take our first party games, not put it on the pass so we can get as much money as possible. You'd make double the money if you just remaster those all PS1 games. Unless of course it's like a third party one, right? I don't know. Unless Demon's Souls did not make as much money as they thought they would.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was quite the fucking remake in terms of visual, obviously. But I don't know. That's the only news item. It's out there. Good luck to them and their choice, right? I would love to see.
I saw it and I just went L, and then I moved on with my day, basically.
Yeah, and I'm sure people are like, you can't just look for the same things that Xbox has. Yes, that's what business is for. Competition is for that. Xbox already had this fucking bar, and then you're like, I'm gonna purposely just go down here, or convince yourself that it's equal. It's not. I don't know. That's just not. None of that. Like that was such a downer. I'm like, oh shit, PlayStation news this week. It has to be that Game Pass. Boom, it was horrendous. Right. Okay. Well, I mean, hopefully they'll. I hope the numbers show, right? Maybe I'm wrong, and then a year from now they have more subscribers in the extras tier or in the what is it, extra and premium or whatever the hell it is that the Game Pass does. I just don't see it. They did not. This was not calculated correctly, in my opinion. Especially when they're more and more, like Brian mentioned, more and more Sony first person titles are going to Steam. Invest in making the PS3 emulator, dude. Like, and then you can release PS3 games again on the store, and then just sell them outright. I know that nobody wants to hear this, but like this, a pass for that, and I can only play it on cloud. Come on. Those games are barely running at 30 FPS, and you want me to do cloud? You know how much latency that's gonna be?
They don't even have to go all like full fleshed out like Game Pass it being its own entity. Just do what EA did. You can get your own subscription and it works on PC as well, and just attach it to Steam.
Well, they're doing the way EA handles their accounts is horrendous as well. But that's just another rant for another day.
I just mean like the idea of making like a subscription like that and tying it to like another platform.
The shining example of that is Ubisoft. I can't believe I'm saying it. Ubisoft Plus is it. They have a tier where you can do PC and cloud, and you literally have access to all those games on whatever cloud platform you want. You don't have to pay extra at all. So for I think it's $15 a month for Ubisoft Plus, you get all the games on PC, and then you're like, damn, I gotta go take a poop. You take your phone with you, and launch GeForce Now, launch Luna, launch fucking Stadia, any of them, and you'll have access as long as you attach your account. Oh, you have Ubisoft Plus, you're good. Just launch the game. Hello. Where are we with that? PlayStation has a lot of single player games, a bunch of first party titles they can do that with. Sony's fucking premium pass or something, and it's all their first party games. Day and date. They would sink their yacht. That's how much weight of that money would be on there. They're like, oh, dead. No, let's just do. Come on. Invest in yourselves, my guys. That's it. That's my rant. What do I know? cut to like a year from now. The fucking subscription is this fucking PlayStation Plus premium or whatever. I'm like, oh well, that's shit on me, I guess. Uh, on the bright side, we've Steam announced today Q2 has started, so Papa's gonna get his soon. His Steam Deck.
Oh,
That's gotta wait until I get that email. It's happening.
I'm still Q3, I think, unless they bumped me up when they put that email out. Because maybe people aren't claiming. Let me see.
Good question.
I'm loading up Steam to see if, just in case,
Imagine if we both forget and we just load up Steam and says you missed it. I will. I'm putting. Someone's throwing hands, right? Someone's gonna put up their hands. They're gonna get these hands, right?
So it's Q3 for me.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's selling theirs on eBay.
You know how? Don't even bother. It'll cost.
Not to buy it. I'm just like curious if I just typed in EB expecting it to finish it for me, so I just Googled Ebb.
Google comes back with EB Games is not a thing anymore, bro. You guys remember
Steam
EB
Deck.
Games? Shoot.
Yeah.
It's like $2,000, right?
There's one that's literally $2,000.
I knew it.
That is. Someone's selling one for $790. That's actually respectable. It's a
Yeah.
little more, but
That's actually that's not that bad of an up spike. But is it bidding or buy now price?
looks like a. Oh, it's just a bid.
Yeah, so that's gonna skyrocket to like a 1.5 or something later. Yeah, I'll just wait until I get mine. I'm reserved, so and shout out to Steam for that. Just off rip
Now I'm
doing
curious.
reservations.
I'm curious. Just would have filtered to just buy now, right?
On the left, yeah. I don't know if it's on the left hand side, but
I see it. I want to see what the cheapest one is.
it's probably gonna be $1,000. And the cheapest.
Lowest first. That's no way. That's a whole console. Someone's Valve Steam Deck customized, $199.
No, they did say that they might be releasing this. I think the Steam OS is gonna get the update. The Steam OS, like OS that you can install on Linux platforms now.
That's how they. Okay, I see what they did.
Is that what they installed?
$199. No, $199 for the price. The shipping's $499.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's people can be like, "What the hell?"
That's funny. They're trying to catch him not paying attention to the shipping.
They do anything, even photos. I remember the thing that people were buying photos of GPUs, and I'm like, I would fight somebody there.
Someone is just selling their reservation for $800.
If anyone buys that,
That's sad.
that's unfortunate. I don't think I have anything else. So I'll go into the releases for the week. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Games releasing this week. We have Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, which I'm probably gonna get. Not this instant, but it's gonna be on my wish list because it looks really cool. Hello Neighbor 2, which I didn't even know they were making a sequel. That I don't know if it's early access or the full game, but something's out this week for it. For movies, I think Everywhere, what's it called? Everywhere, Anytime, Every Day, some shit like that. Hold on. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 comes out this week, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that last week? Don't remember. The one I'm talking about is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Comes out this week. And I can't wait to watch that because it looks freaking crazy. It looks random.
What is this?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Whenever you get a chance to watch that trailer, you can be like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Or movie?
Movie.
It just makes me think of Bo Burnham.
Oh.
Bo Burnham, right?
Yeah.
That Bill?
It's Bo Burnham, yeah.
That's what I thought. I second guessed myself.
You're thinking Bill Burr.
Yeah. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once?
Yep. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I saw the trailer for it a long time ago, and it's finally out. It looked like a great time. So I'm definitely gonna check it out.
I don't want to watch the trailer. I want to just go into it. There's a movie just called Cow.
I'm not surprised.
It's okay. It's about a cow, at least.
It's redeemed in your eyes. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
we got it. Your what's it called? It's in focus.
Still.
No, you're good now. And then for music, we have Omar Apollo releasing the full project, Ivory, which will probably include the singles he's been releasing. And Sid has a project coming out called Broken Hearts Club. I think it's Sid, right? I'm pronouncing that correct?
Yeah.
Then there we go. And that's it for the week. Brian, what you got planned?
Not much. Tuesdays and Thursdays are just me doing. I gotta somehow juggle. On the days I'm not like bro up for the podcast days or Friday being melty days. I gotta juggle the online course thing that I told you guys about.
Yeah.
A new month started, which means I need to find art that I want to make music to. If I get a no, find more art. With the beat club stuff, I still have to reorganize my instrumentals and try to get them placed with certain people.
Okay.
All within 2 to 4 days of the week. So Tuesday is gonna be more of all that together. Wednesday, I can tell you for sure that we're gonna play some.
I mean, unless we're gonna just divert and just call it quits, it's probably gonna be Nobody Saves the World.
Okay. We'll play some of that. Thursday, juggling stuff. And then Friday, more melty Salt After Dark grind sessions. And then the weekend's the weekend.
Speaking of which, his new video comes out. It's already out by the time you hear this on your podcast services, but anyway.
What are you doing though?
What am I doing? Damn, that's actually a good question because last week I took a break from my backlog to do taxes. So tomorrow I don't know if I'm gonna keep backlog for tomorrow. There's too many new games I want to get through that I might just turn into like the new shit to play, right?
Oh, instead of going in order?
Yeah, because backlog is already taking too long and more new games are coming out. So Sankofa Smooth in the chat. Sup? I think I might just do Kirby on stream tomorrow and just see how far I can get in that. Or Dread.
That's backlog.
Yeah, all of it's backlog. Yeah, that's why I might just get through Kirby tomorrow on stream. If not, I'll load up something else. I don't know what. I might just fuck around and just start Elden Ring, right? Which, who knows? Or play some fucking Fortnite because I've been trying to play that no build mode and I haven't even tried it. We'll see. I don't know. We'll find out together tomorrow, man. And then Wednesday, definitely Nobody Saves the World. Thursday, I might do GTFO with Janiana because we already finished our Resident Evil game.
I'll report you if you do so.
And then if not, there's another puzzle game she sent me. I forgot what it was called. It was a TikTok that she sent me, so we might play that because it was a free game. So we'll see. And that's it for the week. You know, I don't think I have anything planned for the weekend to stream because I think I'm getting new gym hardware to set up. So my Saturday is going to be me setting shit up in the garage. So
record it and make a vlog.
Oh, maybe. Damn, I gotta pee.
I thought about, since you do, I mean, I don't want to do a backlog and commit to, as you see, I don't really have good commitment, consistency when it comes to playing games on stream and finishing them only on stream.
Okay.
So maybe on the weekends I might record myself, just do a first impression stream of a game. Just to see if I like it. Like within 3 hours, if I'm like, I get it, it's off my backlog. I can move to something I want to finish. That's what I thought.
Oh, that's fair. Doing. That's like if you make the
like
cut.
Betting them.
Yeah.
I might do that.
The first impression.
Recording it only.
That makes sense. And you can just upload that. You can upload that as a premiere and then make it look like it's a stream.
I might do that. And that's just other stuff I got to do.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds fine with me. And that's it, peeps. This has been the ADLR Podcast. We'll be here next week. Same time, same place. Go out there, do good things, right? Go play some games, go listen to some music, go walk outside, go lift something. Buy Skullgirls. Make sure to do that.
Do whatever you're hesitant in trying. Who cares what people think?
Okay, whoa. Let's back up. As long as you're not hurting anyone, or
do whatever you want to do, but you haven't done that doesn't endanger other people.
Okay, or yourself. You don't want to do self harm.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares what other people say? They don't pay your taxes.
Some do.
Who cares what they say? They're not gonna be buried with you when you die.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Um, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.